Morning everyone, time to update you on our lovely chicks here at the Gables. Now, you'll see that what I've done is I've brought the big girls who are in the maternity wing. I've brought Henrietta and Saffy, I brought them indoors just because I felt that when the little chicks were hatching that it was just to keep them as safe as I possibly could. So let's have a little look and see just how many chicks we have got. So as you can see, the lovely Saffy spread out like a big flat pancake. Still hoping that she can hatch further eggs. And Henrietta, who's just looking so happy to be a mummy. Sure you are, Henny. Yes, you are. Okay, and if we go here, you'll start to see little heads poking out. And if I lift the heat plate, yeah, lots of babies. Okay, but I'm going to take the heat plate out. Whoops. There we go. So, in here, and there's a little bit of evidence, and just see down here, of a shell. So that means that there's been a hatching through the night. And if you look inside the shell, it's not very pretty. But you can see that there's little red parts. Now that's where the blood vessels were running from the yolk to the chick to give it its nutrients and help it grow. On that, when the chick absorbs the very last of the yolk, this means that they don't actually have to have any further food or water for up to 3 days after they're born. The yolk gives them all the nutrients that they need. But I'm certainly going to I've started to introduce a little bit of chick crumb, which is this stuff here. Okay, it's very, very fine, and it contains a medication in there that helps to keep them safe, and it's small enough that they're able to eat that. So I'm going to pop that down there. Okay, just on there, and they can come and get it. Okay, so as you can see, lots of different colours, because I've got lots of different mixes of colours here at the Gables of chickens. Now, I think I'll lift Saffy because she's here. And oh, I'm getting a peck again. And under here, I just want to see if she's got any eggs left. I can feel that she has. So I'm going to lift her up and over. So under there, she was keeping 4 chicks, and as you can see, Henrietta immediately is thinking, oh my goodness, these eggs are in danger. Quick, put them back under the heat. And before long, the eggs are hidden again. Nature looking after itself. They've been remarkable mums. I'm absolutely delighted with them looking after their chicks. So I haven't counted how many I've got yet. I think there's perhaps 11, but I'm not sure. You can see all her eggs, and she's just pushed them out the other side of her. So we'll need to make sure that those go back under. I started off with 33 eggs. So you might have heard the expression, don't count your chickens until they hatch. And this very much means that you can start off with lots and lots of eggs, but that does not mean that they're all going to grow into chickens. There's a high rate that lots of the eggs are not going to actually hatch. And you can see her moving herself around here. Now she's being as careful as she can because she's got chicks underneath her. And then she'll take her beak and she'll start pulling these eggs under her. I've caused havoc coming in and disturbing them all. So I don't know if anyone has been clever enough to do a count. But once I put the phone down, I'll pick them up and I'll count them individually. Now I've still got an incubator in the utility room that has 4 eggs inside it, and I think now that I've got these mama girls inside and they are still sitting on some eggs, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those eggs and pop them under the mummy rather than trying to incubate them. Now you'll have heard that lovely wee noise there from mum. Let's see if she's doing it again. This is her saying, look, saying, look babies, there's food down here. And she's showing them and teaching them how to eat that food. And I do wonder what they're all saying to each other. You can see lots of different colours. Lovely little chicks. And this little one here is sound asleep. Look at that. It's obviously hard work being a chick. Very exhausting. Just lovely. Okay, so I've disturbed them all. But what they were doing is they were cuddling up and keeping themselves warm inside their mummy before I came along. As I said again, you know that she plucks out all the feathers from her chest so that her skin, the warmest part of her, can be directly applied onto the eggs and ultimately onto the chicks as well. Very, very clever. But I'm quite glad that mummies don't do that. They don't have to pull out all of their hair. Now, these chicks will get used to the sound of barking, and hopefully that'll make them a little bit more resilient to loud noises as they have to put up with my Rocky in the background. Now, there's one more thing I want to leave you with today. When I was gathering eggs, now the eggs came mostly from my own birds, from my own girls. However, I do keep a pen that are not silkies, and I put some eggs under one of my chickens, one of my bantams, in the other pen. And I went out one day and I thought, oh, did I put 5 eggs or did I put 6 eggs underneath? I can't remember. However, I left all 6 eggs. So what hatched yesterday, you might see, I'm just going to come and get, this is Kiva. Oh, sorry, mummy, I'll take your baby. And as you can see, Kiva has white skin, creamy skin, and 3 toes. You see those 3 long toes there? Hey, Kiva. Kiva's not a silkie. Kiva is a breed called a Buff Orpington, and they're absolutely lovely. So she has came from my lovely big girl called Buffy, and she's going to grow up with the silkies, and she's the only one. She's a wee bit different. She's going to get bigger, and I don't know if you saw her there trample over somebody else, but she will be a lot bigger than the other silkies. However, she'll grow into a lovely wee bird, and she's looking super healthy. So after me thinking, was it 5, was it 6? Yeah, it should have been 5 silky eggs, and along the way Buffy had obviously dropped another egg underneath Aria, and this is the resulting chick. Now, if you can see, the chicks are really sassy. They find every place to cuddle up in with mum, and there's a wee one cuddled into her lovely fluffy tail. And they are beautifully fluffy silkies. They really are lovely and soft. There we go. Now, I don't know if you remember, this is Desdemona. We saw Desdemona hatch about 2 videos ago, and she was all wet and not looking great at all. And here she is, just a wee chunky monkey. She's absolutely thriving. So I'm going to sign off just now. I'm going to lift them all up individually and have a good look, and perhaps have a count of them. Counting our chickens. You can hear the noise they're starting to make as well. These mummies are not going to get much peace now. It was much easier when they were sitting on top of an egg. But, yep, they're going to be kept busy now. And fingers crossed we'll get a hatch from these further eggs that are under Henrietta, and bring the numbers up, because lots of these chickens are going to good homes. So I need as many as I can to make sure that everybody who asks me for chicks is going to be getting them. Have a brilliant day. Do some chicken research if you fancy it. They're wonderful, wonderful wee creatures. They're not just for running around a farm. They're great for pets as well. Not that I'm suggesting that everyone should run out and get a chicken pet. Bye bye, girls and babies and Buff Orpington. Bye.